이 위대한 구원. 크로스포인트 주니어 처치에서 전해드리는 이 시간, 담당의 Darin Pantley 형제입니다.
Hello, this is Darin Pantley from Crosspoint Bible Church. Many people study Christianity, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're Christians. Some people aren't sure what they believe about God, but they still like to study the Bible and listen to sermons. They treat it like an academic subject, an interesting topic to study. They may even agree with some Bible verses. Some of them have been learning about Jesus for years now, but they haven't decided what they want to do with that information. Maybe they'll decide later, or maybe not. It's not a high priority. Because it's optional, right? Do we really need religion or church or any of this? In the 1990s in America, roughly 70% of people belonged to a church or synagogue. In 2018, it dropped down to about 50-50. Half of people went to church, and half did not. Today, most Americans are not a member of a church. They've decided they don't need it. They don't need God, they aren't interested in Jesus or salvation or any of that. I think some of that apathy comes from a misunderstanding about who God is and what He can do. Because the God described in Psalm 118 sounds very relevant. Let's read it. When hard-pressed, I cried to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? The Lord is with me. He is my helper. I look in triumph on my enemies. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. All the nations surrounded me, but in the name of the Lord I cut them down. They surrounded me on every side, but in the name of the Lord I cut them down. They swarmed around me like bees, but they were consumed as quickly as burning thorns. In the name of the Lord I cut them down. I was pushed back and about to fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. This doesn't sound like a theory in a textbook. This isn't the story of a God who waits for us to die and then suddenly becomes involved at the end. The author said, I will not be afraid, and He is my helper. The Lord helped me, my strength, my defense. And this one is really interesting. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. That's the kind of character our God has. We are entering Christmas season now. People will be decorating with lights and bows and ribbons and inflatable lawn ornaments and all sorts of things. The next time you see a Christmas decoration, remember Jesus is the reason for the season. But also remember what we read in Psalm 118. He has become my salvation. Has He become your salvation too?
지금까지 크로스포인트 주니어 처치에서 전해드렸습니다. 언어와 문화의 장벽을 없애고 실시간 동시 통역이 제공되는 크로스포인트 주니어 처치의 주일 예배 시간은 오전 11시이며 교회에 대한 안내는 847-212-6775로 문의해 주시길 바랍니다.